Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Stock Money Lizard's posting this with regards to Bitcoin and taking a look at the post-halving correction. Guys, we are almost there. We are so close. So he's saying post-halving correction is nearing an end. Second half of September or October, guys, this is when we should initiate that next leg up. So year-end target, what he's suggesting is that we could go to $100,000 to about $110,000 per BTC. If you look at the trend from back in 2020, this is what we saw. That first parabolic move. Now remember, we did have the beer flu at that time, so we did see this huge move down. Markets were correcting. Everybody was paralyzed with fear, and it wasn't just cryptocurrency, it was all markets around the world. So that is what we saw. We saw this downturn back in 2020, of course, because of that, so-called black swan event. It is interesting to note, though, because after that, we did basically see that second parabolic shift. And, there's many different ways to, project how long this bull run is going to take place, how high it's going to go to. Take a look at 2024. We did have that first parabolic shift basically through the beginning of 2024. We are seeing now the downtrend after Bitcoin did reach that high. We have Black Monday, another quote-unquote black swan event, and what he's suggesting is that next parabolic move will follow. So guys, September, October, maybe this is, the last time to load up, possibly. This is Bitcoin on the daily. As you guys can see, Bitcoin hasn't moved too much in the last few days. We did see that high recently, a couple days ago, of $65,000 per coin. Bitcoin is trading in and around 63.9. So a far cry from the 50s where, everybody was getting very, very scared, I think, or maybe not everybody, but certainly retail investors were getting scared. Now that we're seeing the uptick, though, we are seeing more positive sentiment in the space. 56, I think it was the same yesterday, sitting in neutral territory. Market is down a little bit, not by much, though. It's still, market cap is still up 2.25 trillion, so it is down a little bit, but not by much. And the volume has tapered off. We're not seeing too much buying or selling pressure, as you guys can see, even just on the Bitcoin chart, just showing you guys Bitcoin now on the hourly. You guys can see a lot of that price action has tapered off. We aren't seeing dramatic moves to the upside nor the downside. And here, let me just put in volume so we can just see what the volume is at today. And so there's the indicator right there on the bottom, volume on the chart. You guys can see we did see a lot of volume here initially over Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday has been tapering off quite significantly. And even the volume you guys can see there has tapered off too. So volume, that is down. Dominance for Bitcoin, that is remaining at the same level. So we're still seeing Bitcoin and altcoins still trading at about the same momentum. Not too much in terms of activity on the chart. Other than Toncoin, that is the big one that is down 15.29% because there has just been news that the founder of Toncoin, he was arrested, I believe, in France. Authorities want him to apparently hand over some confidential Telegram messages. I just saw the article in passing there. So guys, that's what's happening now. Crypto space, though, fairly robust, still kind of in a wait-and-see phase. CryptoCon here posting this. Can this super accurate trend from the monthly log Bollinger Band width catch the Bitcoin top again this cycle? So take a look at this. Check out this indicator here, volatility pivot. We have a downward trajectory for this particular logarithmic Bollinger Band width indicator here, okay? And over the last 3 cycles, okay, you can see here the cycle top from November of 2013, from December of 2017, and also from April of 2021. We did see that logarithmic band hit that trend line. Now, guys, over here, we are not near the trend line yet, but we could be getting there soon. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the coming months, dare I say, perhaps even weeks. The other thing I wanted to show you guys real quickly here, let me put Bitcoin here back on the daily, and I'm just going to show you guys something that I have noticed, something that I'm going to be getting into more detail. Well, not this particular thing, but maybe this will be included. Something that, I'm going to be talking about over there at patreon.com for my Patreon subscribers who want to follow my trading journey, who want to see where I think the top of this market is going to be. You can follow me, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I only charge $5 a month. I keep it affordable on purpose so that you guys can follow me throughout. Notice this, though. In the last cycle, when we did top over here, I just plotted a trend line on the chart, and I wanted to show you guys if we take the top of this, where we did actually retrace to the top of the bull cycle at the end of 2021, so November 2021. That is roughly 345 days, as you guys can see there. And if we take that same kind of philosophy and we bring it back to the top of the bull cycle in 2013 and we bring it up to where Bitcoin did retrace to its all-time high. At that point in time, what do we see here, guys? Let me just take that, bring it to the top of the market, another 346 days. So 346 days there, 345 days here. Guys, what would that mean for us? And again, for a more detailed explanation, I'm going to be talking about things like this more at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel so that we will be able to pinpoint this as accurately as possible when the bulls finally run. If we were to take 346, guys, that only brings us to the end of February 2025, so coming up very quickly. Again, this is not the only indicator that I'm going to be looking at, but some food for thought here, guys. Wanted to thank CryptoCon and Stock Money Lizards for posting that. The other thing I noticed here from Amelie at Crypto Barbie on Twitter, Grayscale, has mentioned XRP is the 5th best weekly performing asset, okay, with a 1-week gain of 6.71%. So, over the last week, this is as of August the 22nd. If you guys are watching this video on the day that I'm dropping it, today is August the 25th, so fairly recent data here. Avalanche was number 1 in returns, Tron, Cardano, Binance Coin was number 4, and XRP, guys, number 5, 6.71%. So we are seeing investors still investing in XRP. Let me just bring up XRP real quickly here. We haven't seen too much movement here for XRP. XRP is, well, trading a little lower than it was yesterday. You guys can see a bit of a retrace as Bitcoin was turning indecisive yesterday. So XRP trading in and around 60.601 cents. Yesterday it was in and around 61.5 cents. So down a little bit, albeit nothing to worry too much about. XRP still trading high above the trend line, which is really good and, really just kind of poised for that next move to the upside. So wanted to thank Crypto Barbie here for posting that. Jungle Inc., guys, bringing this up, and I think many of us are eyeing this. This is going to mean a lot for this crypto bull run. If the SEC doesn't appeal, we're looking at the perfect setup. And as I just said on the XRP chart, that perfect setup right there, ready to rock and roll. I mean, even just the volume right now, fairly low. XRP has been coiling up in this trend for quite a while, and Jungle Inc. is saying, if they do appeal, we'll still be in a strong position, but it may introduce some risk that could limit top-end price targets. So he's talking about XRP specifically, obviously. TikTok, Gary, what is the due date? Didn't they have 30 days to appeal? Vet saying, what's your guess, Jungle? Appeal or no appeal? Jungle Inc. saying, I'm going to guess no. Of course, I also guessed they would settle as of not to take a big loss. So who knows? I mean, the SEC's been a bit of a wild card in terms of this lawsuit. Crips Crackers here saying they will appeal in the last 30 minutes if possible. Moon Knight here saying, I hope I'm wrong, but I think they appeal last minute. They know they won't win on their arguments. It was never about that. This is about dragging a company through the mud because they can. Jungle Inc. responding, yeah, you're probably right. Dragonia saying, why wouldn't Gary appeal just for shirts and giggles? He's not the one to see it through, just like Jay Clayton back in the day. Mark Fagel believes they will, says Jungle. There are lots of reasons that will come into play here. They do want to allocate resources to this. They do want to kick this case up a level and get it confirmed possibly. It is too bad a decision to let stand. Only time will tell. So guys, this is, I think critical. I think because XRP is the only cryptocurrency that has been through the ringer in this kind of official way, so to speak. I mean, not that other coins have not had their misfortunes, but XRP, boy, thank goodness we've had Ripple behind us. Thank goodness they are such a strong team, have incentive to make XRP the global bridge currency, to make it ubiquitous, to make it liquid. All this is going to drive more demand for XRP in the future, but, there still are some hurdles to get over. The pure-blooded dude here saying no one cares. The important thing is that the time has passed for it to be appealed, to be not a security. It's done. Now we just wait. Of course it matters, says Jungle. An active appeal adds risk, stops serious investors from touching it, and likely blocks any hopes of an XRP ETF. He's got a point there. Or being included in bundled products. It's not the end of the world if they appeal, but it will cost you money for sure. So I guess we do have to see what happens. Jungle Inc. says the SEC has, I believe, 60 days to appeal. Technically, both parties do, but we don't expect Ripple to do so. So we're getting close, guys. Hopefully we do get a verdict soon. XRP Crypto Wolf also asking, do you think the SEC is petty enough to wait until the last minute to appeal the case? Anders here saying they waited until the last minute to file the interlocutory appeal, so it wouldn't surprise me. Many people down in this thread here also just saying yes, 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 all the way down. Of course, This is unfortunately the climate we have to deal with in the United States. Fallacious and misleading. I have to show you guys this. A clip of Elizabeth Warren. Now, this doesn't have to do with cryptocurrency, but these are the kinds of politicians we're dealing with, courtesy of Wendy O. Watch this.
Senator, and that is a time that's sophistry. Your example on Kraft. Your example on Kraft is even worse.
You finished first. In any of the states around the country that already have price gouging laws in place.
Can I tell you why that those are fallacious and misleading at best? And the Kraft, your Kraft analogy is even. Why can't I tell you? Please let me tell you. Kraft, you say, was 440% profit increase. The example you used, the prior quarter from the year before, they had a charge of $1.3 billion, an accounting change which wiped out profits. Then they earned what they normally.
Let
me finish now. They earned.
You didn't let me finish. Look at the data. Come on. We have economic study now after economic study.
This is the way it always goes.
When there is more concentration,
40 million eggs were destroyed because of avian flu.
When there is more concentration in an industry, we have seen much greater increases in
Do you attribute the inflation?
Markets.
That's what you think we need to do to solve it?
They're not random. They are not random one-offs. It is part of the problem when you've got companies that are gouging consumers on prices. Consumers need to know they've got somebody on their side.
Senator,
and
listen, we're trying to help. We're trying to actually do.
Where are you in the 37 states that currently have price gouging laws?
Just quickly on that point, Senator Warren,
can you,
this is Kelly here. Can I just clarify how this would work?
This is the way you never lose an argument.
Guys, just a reminder, vote for John Deaton, no fear, and he will never give up. You know, any excuse that I get to promote John Deaton here, anything that I can do to help, I'm going to do. Let's shake up Washington. Let's chip in to retire Elizabeth Warren. You guys can even just chip in, even if you're not in his voting district, and you can even donate with cryptocurrency. So I will link this in the description of the video for you. But I mean, can you believe it? On another note, though, with regards to more crypto adoption and another partnership here that I wasn't expecting at all, Cardano founder has teased a partner chain with Algorand. So Algorand, as you guys know, is one of my legacy cryptocurrencies. For a full list of everything I'm holding, though, you can find all that at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. But Charles Hoskinson, he stated that the partnership with Algorand and Cardano's Minotaur would create the greatest decentralized AI powerhouse the crypto sector has ever seen. So he's not saying it's a fait accompli or anything like that, but the Cardano Algorand chain bromance seems to be gaining momentum after the founder, Charles Hoskinson, teased a possible partnership with the Layer 1 network. In a tweet on Friday, Hoskinson spoke about a collaboration between Algorand and Cardano's AI-based chain Minotaur. And the quote is basically the greatest decentralized AI powerhouse the crypto industry has ever seen. It would also bring the best of Minotaur, a multi-resource blockchain consensus. He further said it would be cool to see it become a partner chain and push Minotaur to its limits. So are they forging a friendship here? It looks like it could possibly be so. Hoskinson and John Woods, who is the CTO over there at Algorand, have cross-commented the exploits of their networks a couple of times before. Earlier in the week, Woods called the integration of Doom on Hydra one of the coolest things he's ever seen. The Crypto Basic reported an event in 2022 where Hoskinson called Algorand an excellent project with a lot of exceptional people. So this is still just rumors, still just speculation, but I guess we will wait and see if Algorand and Cardano merge to form some kind of partnership here. Again, guys, these utility coins, we got to pay attention because now this is the time where we're actually seeing the regulations starting to formulate. I mean, yeah, certain jurisdictions are already regulated, but the United States, I mean, the politicians are still trying to figure out how they're going to, go about a lot of these things. A lot of it is because, we've got butting heads, even though this should be a nonpartisan issue. It has become a partisan issue for whatever reason. We've got the Republicans on one side, obviously wanting to usher in cryptocurrency adoption. The Democrats, though, wanting to hold it back, like, this clown here. Alas, here's where we stand. And, I guess we're going to have to see how this all unfolds. And it is happening, guys. It is happening slowly but surely. But I guess the point I'm trying to make here is, the utility coins, eventually, they are going to gain a lot of traction. They're going to see real world use cases because they will be used for problem solving scenarios. And here's one example. If you do see two companies like this wanting to merge, obviously, Charles has something in mind here. So, to push crypto utility, but I guess we will have to just wait and see. And in the meantime, holding these coins for the long term, if you can get them under $1, which, a lot of these cryptocurrencies are, even especially the real world utility coins, a lot of these coins are under $1 right now. So I think there is a lot of opportunity here for the long term, certainly. I'm looking at both the long term and the short term for my Patreon. Here we go, guys. Another indication that a couple more projects could be seeing more traction in the near future. Michael Branch here posting this, guys, and this kind of, brings us back to reality. What is actually happening right now in other countries around the world? Apparently, 159 countries have signed onto BRICS settlement system, bypassing SWIFT. So this came out a few days ago. The global financial landscape is poised for a seismic shift as news emerges that 159 out of the 193 countries have signed up to use a new BRICS settlement system. So whether they're leveraging XRP, I'm sure a lot of these countries are already running systems that do leverage XRP. Just based, statistically, we know many of the BRICS nations do already have confirmed partnerships with Ripple. So they are moving on to a new system, bypassing SWIFT. Of course, they say here it's critical for global finance, allowing secure and standardized financial transactions across borders. However, its role as a weapon of economic sanctions, they're talking about SWIFT here, has led to its vulnerability, particularly for nations like Russia, Iran, and several African countries, which have faced severe sanctions imposed by the U.S., and some European nations. So what these countries are doing, they're turning around, they're saying, no, we're not taking this anymore. We're going to create our own technology. And there are some influential countries that are in the BRICS nations. Let's not forget Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. They're the main members there. But they have recently onboarded several other member countries who have signed up, who have wanted to come aboard the BRICS countries. And some of them have already joined. Some of them have not. So, BRICS are taking resumes, I guess. And for the United States, guys, the rise of this alternative settlement system poses a direct challenge to its economic influence. Of course, we talk about dollar dominance all the time. We talk about why stablecoins are going to be important and how, the RLUSD as well is going to play a large role in this financial system. So I think Ripple, they're seeing what, obviously they've already done, they're kind of so far ahead in this game. They've already partnered with the banks. They're already, ready to use XRP. I feel like the RLUSD was a bit of an afterthought just because the rest of the world is still lagging behind. I mean, the United States especially. And so, if this new financial system is going to work, everybody's got to be on board. So if we do see that stablecoin regulation in the US first, obviously the US will likely be more comfortable using a stablecoin. Obviously, it would help promote US dollar dominance too. So, the pivot, I think, occurred just because of US financial policy currently, and that's probably why we're seeing this kind of thing. But, it is important to remember that all these other countries are already signing on to DLT technology, and if it wasn't for the United States dragging their heels, we probably already would be leveraging XRP at this particular moment in time. So, just a reminder here, I will link this article. It's jam-packed with information. Wanted to thank Michael for posting that. And the other thing Ripple's been doing quite well is, allowing countries, companies, whoever they've decided to partner with, customize the XRP ledger. I mean, they're creating, stable coins for certain partners. They're allowing other cross-border payment settlement companies to just leverage the XRPL, leveraging XRP for liquidity. So it is all about customizable options, I think, because all these countries are going to have different rules and regulations to a degree. Not everything is going to be standardized. So I thought I'd bring this up, guys, a great clip from Sento Sumo Saba. This is Lauren Berta, product manager at Ripple, and she discusses the ledger. Listen to this.
Yeah. So privacy, there's, again, a range of what central banks are requesting there. One thing we've seen is the idea that if they're on a permission chain, they actually want to log in to be able to see all the transactions. Another idea is using a decentralized identity to actually wrap transactions on mainnet. So on the main public chain, right, at the moment, you can see the public key. And we've found through, talking to, I'm sure, TRM labs or companies similar to that, pretty quickly you can figure out who owns the public key. With a decentralized identity, which is something that's being proof of concept on the XRP ledger, you basically would wrap it with sort of a stamp of approval from maybe your commercial bank who holds most of our KYC profiles today, or a central bank if it's a retail model. And while you would still be able to see the settlement or the closing of that transaction, you wouldn't see the public key, you wouldn't see the value. This would all be sort of masked in the fact that it's been approved by that commercial bank partner or whoever is responsible in that country. In other countries, they do want to remain more open, we've seen. The sort of, public address is something that they want to keep safe, but it's not something they find they need to explicitly like wrap or hide. So that kind of privacy model is still being worked out, but we've found a few different options that, as described.
So the customizable features, I think that is really what's appealing for RippleNet technology. I think, that is why a lot of these countries, I mean, even if we're just looking at the BRICS countries, the ones who have partnered with Ripple, I think, because they are so vastly different, I'm sure, in their policy, in their economic policy, and even, they all have different fiat currencies too. Why they all, or many of them, decided to go with RippleNet, because the technology is so customizable. The interoperability, as I keep saying over the years, is key for this to succeed. So wanted to thank Crypto Eddie for posting that. But I got another one here, guys, from Sentosumo Saba. The SEC says no comment. An SEC spokesperson declined to comment on this. But this is from Freddie Riz. Case summary has been added to Vital Law, a comprehensive library of legal content designed to serve legal professional tools for research and updates across various areas of law. This is a document here, guys, that perhaps denotes the possibility that, and I know we've been saying, up until this far, that XRP and Bitcoin are the two cryptocurrencies with regulatory clarity. But guys, it could in fact be that XRP will be the only one with regulatory clarity. And could you imagine what that would mean for institutions, especially ones that are actively buying up Bitcoin in tremendous quantities today? Could you imagine if all that volume went into XRP, how that would affect price? And I'm going to explain why here. He brought up this Vital Law resource. He says this ruling confirms that currently only Bitcoin and XRP are inherently non-securities. But guys, this next statement is what's important here. Worryingly, Bitcoin only has this safety through SEC statements that has demonstrated in this case could be reversed at any time and is not a final agency action. Whereas XRP earned its non-security designation only through a tumultuous court battle the SEC primarily lost against Ripple Labs. So what they're saying here is that, yeah, Bitcoin has this safety, but this could be reversed at any time. This goes on to say, here the court held all of the SEC's previous statements that Ethereum is not a security were not final actions either. So Ethereum's not even out of the woods yet. If the American investor has not figured this out yet, our district court loss confirms the commission will be targeting Ethereum as a security in the future and is actively strategizing for its best route to do so. So guys, maybe even more reason to purchase XRP. Again, that is not financial advice. And again, if you want a list of what I'm holding, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Of course, XRP is the lion's share of my portfolio, and I'm happy it is. I'm going to be holding some and selling some during this bull run. That's just my opinion, though. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.